Hey my people, sorry I got cut off there in the last bit. So yeah, as I was saying, it was just better for me personally, you know. So yeah, don't ever listen to anyone that tries to, you know, act hard and talk, you know. There's too many of them on YouTube, you know. Everybody who makes fucking prison videos was apparently a Trump, you know. It was just statistically, there's not that many Trumps, lad. You can tell the ones that are and the ones that aren't, you know. But yeah, so that's personally, you know. Plenty of times I fear for my life in prison and I was scared, terrified, you know. But the one thing, and if any of you are going to do prison time, always punch on. Always be ready to punch on. Always stand your ground. So yeah, it's normal to feel fear, but you got to stand there and punch on. Like I said, I lost pretty much 99% of all punch-ons I was in, but I stood there and had a go always, you know, always. So yeah, that's just why. Also, as I was saying, in general, yeah, there's more predators in SMAP, but I'd say both sexual and social predators. In the main, there's more violent predators. Also, I found serving protection time was good for me personally. Less gossiping. I personally got into less punch-ons. I had better cellies, you know. I found that a lot of people were cellies within the main. I got a couple good ones, but the majority of them, they'd find like one little thing that they hate about you, and it's like they're trying to stand over, you know, get you to get out of the fucking cell, you know. I don't know why so many cunts are they're just gronks, just fuckwits. And then, you know, also I reckon compared to the main, everyone sort of knows the deal. Everyone's there to do their time, do it quietly, you know. As it is in all prisons, you know, it's every man for themselves. But I personally like the people a little bit better. Obviously, the worst thing is you don't know who's predator. I had a few people who I became good mates with. Say they're in there for robberies, aggravated breaks, and you get out and search them up, and they're in there for rape. Obviously, they're not going to tell people that, but yeah. I'm pretty tolerant, you know. I don't give a fuck about most things, but hell, if it comes to grand scheme of things, I don't like rapists. I will smack a rapist if he's a smart ass cunt. But the only people that I'll attack without any provocation is pedophiles. If I know that there's one around, I'll pretty much, will 99% of the time, punch the cunt in the mouth. Is that so? That's why I sort of just chose to be ignorant in the SMAP, you know, because I punched I got into it. I did some violence on a few pests, and yeah, and a couple of times it turns out they weren't pests, so you got to be careful. So yeah, that's why I ended up signing myself in halfway through my sentence. Obviously, you know, just with the drama and the violence and that I got into, and in the pods where I bumped into a person I had beef with from the outside, from my hometown, after, you know, accusations and that were thrown at me, you know. Like, you know, just making me look like a bad cunt because of the drama we had, and getting jumped and that, and the whole pod and that. No cunt wanted me there, and you know, so I signed myself in the SMAP at that point. I wasn't gonna, even though I stood my ground technically, even though I got fucking jumped out of me, I still wasn't gonna stay in that pod, just for the simple fact that I don't like an atmosphere like that, you know. I'd rather do my time good in the boneyard, straight out. There's no shame in that, you know. I'm not trying to be no hard cunt. I'm not no professional gangster. I'm not no gangster at all. I just got caught up in prison time and that because of my meth and because of my opiate addiction and because I was a fuckwit. I'll stay up 2 years now. The one thing I will say though, I think probably more than likely I will end up back in there at some point for another lagging, even though, you know, touch wood I don't. But I need to learn to control my fucking violence, and also learn, you know, when a bad relapse for us or whatever for me is incoming, you know. Because how it fucks me is I just think, even though I haven't been having it, I'll just have this one shot here, and then I won't chase anymore. Then I chase more, and then I'm kicking indoors, and then I'm getting into drama. So yeah. All right, people, take care. So that was why I went to Boneyard halfway through my prison sentence of serving it in the main or some of New South Wales worst, maximum, minimum and medium security prisons. Alright my people, Crew Pride 639016.